Hi there, I'm Ismail from Pearl Lemon. Most people quit SEO not because it doesn't work, but because they misunderstand how growth actually happens. They expect a straight line. SEO is no straight line, it's the farthest thing away from that. It's delayed, then compounding. Let's break down what usually happens. People imagine traffic increasing steadily every month. That's not how SEO behaves. In reality, there's often a long, quiet period. Very little traffic, very little movement. Then things start accelerating. Phase one is called the traction phase, the no traction phase. This is where almost everyone starts. You publish content, nothing happens. Search console shows tiny numbers, it feels like failure. But this phase is normal. Even when traffic is low, things are happening. Google is crawling, indexing, evaluating quality, measuring engagement. Authority builds quietly before it shows visibly. Now, this is the breaking point. People assume the strategy failed, they restart, they pivot, they abandon consistency. And by quitting, they reset the clock. Then we get to the compounding phase. Now rankings begin to appear. Maybe not page one yet, but movement starts. When you publish consistently, each new page strengthens the others. Internal link begin to compound authority. Momentum builds. SEO compounds because authority compounds. When Google sees depth, consistency, interconnected content, it increases trust, and trust increases rankings. Then we get to the tipping point. This is where the curve changes shape. New pages start ranking quicker than the old ones did. Your domain carries weight. Google expects quality from you. Your the growth feels sudden, but it was built slowly. Trust isn't earned overnight, but once earned, it multiplies impact. Each new piece of content now performs better than the last. That's why mature sites grow faster than new ones. SEO is a long-term asset. Early months are investment. Middle phase is stabilization. Long-term phase is scaling. Understanding this timeline prevents emotional decisions. The biggest difference isn't skill, it's patience. Winners keep improving and publishing. Quitters restart before compounding begins. Consistency creates authority. SEO growth feels invisible at first, then it feels inevitable. The curve only rewards those who stay long enough to reach the bend. That's why most websites fail. They quit before compounding begins. Now, the core question to ask here is that does this mean that once I publish my pages, I'm not allowed to make any changes or pivot because of the fear of resetting the clock? No, that's not exactly what it means. It simply means that you can only make tweaks. You can make small tweaks that will look to improve you along the path that you've chosen. But usually, I would say that major changes are a no no at the beginning of your SEO. So anything that makes you want to overhaul the content of your page is probably results that show no encouragement or no hope of increasing. But so long as there is that little marginal increase in your traffic, at that point you should be looking just to pivot and improve and improve and improve and improve. If you make a 1% improvement to your page every day, eventually you are going to get to a point where you've made 100% improvement. So that is how you should think of SEO optimization and not a total overhaul. Now, if you get to a point where you are getting traffic and that traffic is not converting, now you have to make major changes to your website, and you know that your website is now stable and it can take just those changes. But Before you get to that point, you have to be very intentional about the changes you've made to your page. If you found this content useful, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Please keep an eye out for our new videos. We create videos every day. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.